Today's horoscope, Sagittarius February 1st, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Uranus has just turned direct after almost 5 months of retrograde motion. This turnaround increases your confidence in bringing innovative ideas to your work or your health and wellness pursuits. It's also strong for communication, learning, and connecting, especially with a new moon in an area of your solar chart ruling these things just behind you. Expecting the unexpected when it comes to daily routines and schedules comes more easily now, while in recent months, you may have often felt the victim of chaotic schedules. It's time to roll with the punches and make things work for you. Minor challenging aspects today can be a little troublesome, however, as they can emphasize diverging needs. The sun is currently spotlighting your need to reach out, connect, and mingle. On the other hand, Venus and Neptune are traveling through your home and family sector, and some of your greatest pleasures are simple, comfortable, and familiar. As the sun heads toward a clash with Venus and Neptune, you can be in a vague state of dissatisfaction. Do your best to divide your time well, which involves going all in with whatever you're doing. The only thing you can ultimately expect from life is that nothing will ever stay the same, nor will it ever be the same. You find change and evolution to be invigorating, whereas many other zodiac signs struggle with this. You're a mutable sign, which makes you one of the most flexible and courageous zodiac signs of all. This means that it's much easier for you to roll with the punches of electric Uranus. Our great awakener has left his retrograde phase behind him as he ventures back into direct motion for the months to come. This will bring more evolution to you and romantic partners in regard to morals and values. Do you feel overwhelmed? You should adjust your commitments when the moon in Pisces conjuncts Saturn in Pisces and squares Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. Usually, you can handle anything that is thrown your way. You are the type of person who can see personal commitments and professional obligations through. Although you can continue on this path, you may feel less stressed by focusing your attention. Adjust what you are responsible for at work and home. Adjusting your commitments will help improve your workload and work and life balance. Today's aspect gives you the feeling that nothing will be perfect unless you do it. Do you recognize those feelings? The anxiety in this mindset is fairly particular to you. The work ethic, the attention to detail, the stress about whether or not something's perfect, all you. Well, take a deep breath and remind yourself that nothing is ever perfect. What's most important is how people feel, how you feel. Your heart is in the right place, and that's all that matters. Leave your troubles behind on this day. It's time to get to work. With the essence of this day in the air, you're sure to notice that you are far more able to focus and concentrate on the tasks at hand than usual. Personal things won't get in the way and hard work will feel great for you. Make a list and then go for it. At the end of the day, take some time to enjoy the pride you will feel. It is just as the moon is not only leaving your communication sector but wrapping up the first new moon of 2025, that a friendly aspect between the sun here and Jupiter, in his final days in retrograde motion in your relationship sector peaks. After the moon's friendly aspect yesterday, your relationships and the doors still open to the past have already benefited from the boost that this and Mercury, the planet of communications return earlier in the week, has already given the communication lines. This will make it easier to move on while also finding it easier to give your relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. It is just as the moon is leaving your communication sector and bringing the new moon to a close that a friendly aspect between the sun here and Jupiter, in his final days in retrograde motion in your relationship sector peaks. This is the same aspect that the moon formed yesterday, and with Mercury, the planet of communication, in his early days in your communication sector, this is channeling maximum support into giving your emotional responses, relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Doubt can be a tricky thing. It clouds judgment, makes decisions feel heavier, and creates uncertainty where there doesn't need to be any. But here's the thing: doubt is often a signal that you care deeply about the outcome, and that's not a bad thing. Have you ever noticed how, after giving yourself space to reflect, clarity eventually comes? Right now, even if answers seem just out of reach, trust that with time and patience, you'll see things more clearly. The moment will come when confidence replaces hesitation, and you'll be able to move forward with certainty. And when that happens, you'll not only find the right path for yourself but also be able to navigate situations in a way that benefits those around you. Compromise and understanding will be essential, and by considering different perspectives, you may discover solutions that work better than you originally imagined. Impatience, however, may be one of the greatest challenges right now. When expectations are high, it's easy to feel frustrated when things don't unfold as quickly as you'd like. But remember, some of the most meaningful successes come from careful planning and steady effort. Have you ever rushed into something only to wish you had taken more time to think it through? Right now, restraint will serve you well. Avoid making impulsive decisions or jumping to conclusions, especially when dealing with others. Misunderstandings are more likely when emotions are heightened, so take a step back before reacting. Be open to hearing others out, even if their perspectives differ from yours. Some of the best insights come from unexpected places, and allowing room for discussion and collaboration will ultimately work in your favor. Despite these emotional ups and downs, there is a powerful energy of achievement in the air. When you align yourself with patience and clarity, you'll notice that one success leads to another. Your ability to work with others will be a major strength now, and you may even gain the attention of people who recognize your potential. Have you ever experienced a moment when your efforts were finally noticed, and it led to opportunities you never expected? That kind of energy is present now. If you're given a chance to step into something new, trust yourself enough to explore it. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Growth often happens in the spaces where we feel slightly uncertain. The most important thing is to approach any decision with confidence rather than fear. If something in your current situation isn't working, now is the time to reassess your perspective. When you change your mindset, you also change the way you approach challenges. Instead of getting stuck in old ways of thinking, consider how adopting a new outlook might bring you closer to success. It's easy to fall into the habit of blaming external circumstances or even other people when things go wrong, but real growth happens when you're open to learning about yourself. What is this moment teaching you? What can you do differently moving forward? Reflection will be your greatest tool in navigating any difficulties that arise. This period may also bring unexpected challenges in business or financial matters. You might feel like your plans aren't gaining the traction you'd hoped for, or that others aren't seeing the value in what you're proposing. This can be frustrating, but don't let temporary setbacks make you question your path. Rushing to prove yourself or forcing something to work before it's ready could create unnecessary difficulties. Instead, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Have you ever had a time when stepping away from a problem actually brought you the clarity you needed to solve it? That's the kind of approach that will work best for you right now. Keep a cool head, be strategic in your actions, and trust that things will fall into place when the timing is right. With all of these shifts happening, self-care is essential. Stress and uncertainty can take a toll, but finding moments of relaxation and renewal will help restore balance. You don't need a grand escape or an elaborate self-care routine sometimes. The simplest things can make the biggest difference. A long bath, calming music, or losing yourself in a good book can work wonders. What's something small that brings you peace? Make time for it. Pay attention to your well-being and be mindful of how certain habits, whether it's overeating, excessive screen time, or other distractions, affect your energy. Finding balance in your daily routine will help you feel more grounded and ready to handle whatever comes your way. At the heart of it all, this moment is about trusting yourself, embracing change, and recognizing that growth happens even in moments of uncertainty. You have more resilience than you realize, and with the right mindset, you'll find that even challenges can lead to breakthroughs. Where in your life do you feel ready for a shift? What are you hoping to create for yourself? Trust that you have everything you need to move forward. The universe is guiding you, and all you have to do is take the next step with confidence.